She's like, no.
Oh.
I'm getting attention down here. Because I have a German Shepherd and a Doggy, and they're both spazzing.
Ready?
What is up, y'all? Hope everything's working. I hope you can hear us out there in whatever land you're in. La La Land, Doodah. I'm Josh, JRB5. This is
That's
Kevin 917-285-97.
No, just
Mr. 350.
Mr. ICT.
Mr. ICT 350. 350. Now we both busy week. We've
Holy cow,
busy weekend for
since
sure.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Since last
Friday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Or
It's
even
been-
that Friday, Thursday. Gosh, I can't even count back that far.
Yeah, we had our Robin Williams. That went, you only hung out a minute. I went out and came back in, and I was sad Kevin was gone, didn't tell me bye. I'm like, honey.
Dude, you guys took off before I did. I went looking for you.
We were out back. I mean, we hung there. We were there till 8:30.
Well,
and then we were.
But I walked out back when I left. I went through the gate.
Well, we were either out back.
Yeah, you were out doing something else. Didn't want to see the car rocking. You can tell me
Probably.
the truth.
But yeah, we were gonna go over the Brickyard, but the rain. Mama had a little too much fun at the Robin Williams, so I was like, okay, I think you need to go home.
Well, I did look because I had to.
That's what we're calling getting too drunk.
Yeah, I
Partying a little too hard.
But this time I wanted to do a full piece there instead of my really fast art that I do with pastels.
Yeah.
There was another phenomenal artist there.
There's a lot of great.
Yeah.
At this the thing. What's
It
up,
was
Beard Laws? To Matt McClear.
A lot of cool artists out. Yeah, because I missed everybody. There was a bunch of people I wanted to see. But other commitments, you can't just say, no, I don't want to.
Then yesterday we had the 7th annual Midwest Facial Hair Showdown. I haven't got any numbers from Mr. and Mrs. Monkey yet, but it was probably a pretty good chunk of change we were able to donate to Passageways and Colin Eaton. So thanks for everybody who turned out. There's a lot of faces that, the usual suspects, and there was also a lot of new faces too. So that's pretty awesome.
And my auction piece went about average, what they normally go. So it was cool.
What's going on, Stephanie?
Hi, friends.
What's going on, Tad? But yeah, you about 350,
300.
300. I'm pretty sure it's 350.
I don't know how much he handed me. I handed it all to the other lady. I probably should have got a receipt, but I didn't.
For sure. We had the famous Taxi Phil. He was our auctioneer.
Oh my gosh,
that guy! He it didn't last, but what, a minute maybe.
He was going so fast.
Yeah, he was going
so
fast. And it was fun. It was fun. I think JC Jax ended up from JC Plumbing.
Yeah, I think he probably went even higher because he wanted it back. He
Yeah.
kept asking, "What's the price? What's the price?"
Yeah, he's one of the newest members of the Monkey, and he was our big sponsor, one of our big sponsors. So that was, like I said, it was a great event. I think we moved inside because of the weather, and there was no weather, and I was a little upset because I was trying to take comp pics, and
You just didn't have a good spot.
no, outside I would have had a great spot. I contemplated making everybody walk outside to take pictures, but man, I'm trying to enjoy it.
You had a good location to catch everybody off stage, though.
Yeah, that's why I wanted that. But I was like, And at the end of the night, I realized that if we would have flip-flopped, if I would have been standing where they were taking the picture, they would have had really great light. And of course, I'd have had to deal with
where we did
all the background.
Art,
yeah, I would have had to deal with all the background noise because I'm gonna crop it all out. Crop all that out, do some 3D artwork to it, and make it pretty snazzy.
Yeah, I know, because some people didn't understand. I need you to put out your hands, and they're like, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, just stick your hands out like you're in a fight or do whatever.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
A lot of people said you were number one, though.
Yeah. Yep. Little beard mob, beard salutes. It's a sign of love in their community.
dysfunctional family. Community.
Dysfunctional family.
Yeah. Yeah, I get so focused in on doing that art, I couldn't even tell you who won what. I was so focused because you get so focused in, and the next thing you know, dang, they're already like half done.
I know Mr. Riley, Miss Cindy Lauper's lost sister. He won Best in Show. I think that was his first time. Yeah, we got this little. I've had this canvas for quite a while. I found it at DAV, and I always make up weird stories. I done forgot what story I made up for this originally, but I found this, and it's quite intriguing. We were going to try to, just kind of fix it and play off with it, but we decided to completely screw it all up.
Could have been an old girlfriend back in my hazy days. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe Kevin painted it under a pen name and forgot about it on one of his blackouts or something.
When I was chained to a wall, and here, you're going to paint a portrait of me. Yes, ma'am. She's got a whip in her hand.
She's got a whip in her hand. So I think we're going to, in honor of this gentleman sitting behind me, I'm going to butcher your last name, so I'm going to let you handle that, Mr. Andrew
Hoheisel.
Hoheisel, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now that I heard it, I might have a fighting chance, but
I've heard all different ways.
Yeah.
Growing up playing sports, whenever they announce your name, you just learn just to take it.
But he's Beyond Legend
Coffee
Company, and yes, we've got some of the nice Crumpus right here. This is the barrel age. This is the top shelf stuff. Right there. If you've been following, it's been a couple weeks ago when we first booked him. I was like, I'll try it.
I bought one of the bottom shelf ones, and I went through it fast.
Yeah.
I liked it so much.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna get
for
started.
me. They need to come in bags about this big.
Yeah. Am I starting this one? Or you starting this one?
You can start it.
I'll start this one.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna mess
Slide
it up
over
anyway.
and switch it up.
Yeah, you take this chair, so we gotta rotate back and forth, and so you don't end up doing like a 30-minute one like you did that one time.
Hey, you don't stop me. I guess I'll just keep going.
There's only 20 minutes anyway.
And like I said, it's an H-A-I-M-A-N. Amen. Mr. H. Amen. If you're out there, last chance to claim your artwork.
Something like that.
So back in your hazy days at the mass that you remember?
Yeah, no, I remember the marks from the whip.
Oh.
I think I still got some.
Permanent scars.
Don't get any ideas, women or guys. Yeah. Well, call me. But so tell us, how did you go about getting started doing your own coffee? You know that's going to be the first question.
Oh, of course. What's funny about the whole coffee story is up until about 2.5, 3 years ago, I actually used to hate coffee.
That's about how it was.
Yeah, I grew up. My mom would always drink like the Folgers Black, and she never added anything to it. And I always tried it a couple times growing up, hated it, and just never was about it. And then I was going to school to be a firefighter. Was doing my overnight stays at a EMS station. Tried some of their coffee just to stay awake. Still hated it. And about 3 years ago, my wife was like, "You need to try good coffee." So then we went down to our local coffee roaster, which is Spice Merchant. I still love the guys. And we tried some of their coffee, and I did a side-by-side comparison between Folgers and Spice Merchant. And I was like, oh, my God, this is good. This sucks.
Yeah, I'll never go back. I mean,
No.
I shop at Dillon's all the time, and I need coffee, and I'm like, Spice Merchant's not too far from my house, so I'll go there.
And that's what started the whole thing. And then, like I said, that was about 3 years ago. Then good old 2020 happened, got let go from the job, and the wife came up to me. She goes, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I really don't want to work for anybody else. I kind of want to do my own thing. And she said, okay, well, you have a year to figure out what you want to do. I said, oh, shit, I got a year. Let's tackle this. And thankfully, she's still, fully employed through the whole pandemic and everything. And about a month and a half after that, I came up to her and I said, I want to roast my own coffee. First thing she said to me, she looked at me, she said, are you sure about that? And I go, yeah, I think so.
Especially coming from the fact that you didn't drink coffee that much.
Yeah, exactly. And she goes, all right, let's do this. And then just months and months of research and everything. And then about September of last year is when we first launched it. And it's just been a good battle since then. I mean,
and you got good energy because you dragged me in when I was playing Santa.
Yep.
I actually bought I bought one of your, because
the regular coffee.
the stuff I really wanted, I didn't have enough money for. So bought some. Santa was poor that day. Not poor, but
Well, I mean, it's just our.
we got to feed the reindeer, and that takes some money,
exactly. And this is just one of our. What's funny with this, the bourbon barrel aged coffee is that we actually only when we brought it out, it was only actually supposed to be for the holidays for Christmas. So we brought it about October of last year, and they're small little barrels that we actually age them in, and it takes 6 weeks to age it. And that first batch that we had about 25 bags out of it, and we sold through all of them in a weekend.
Nice.
And I was like, oh shit, this is a thing. And then people, as soon as we sold out, people kept asking about it, and we're like, well, it's going to take another 6-ish weeks, so and so, whatever. And now it's a full time. Hence, we still have Krampus on it because everybody remembers it. But yeah, it's a full time year. Now we have 3 different barrels. We have a wheat bourbon barrel, a rye bourbon barrel, and a cinnamon bourbon barrel now as well. And we just do constant rotations on all of them. So like this is a rye barrel that these are, and it has a little bit of spice there at the very end as well. And it's very still, and since there's no alcohol in it, since it gets roasted out, it's still super smooth as well.
Yeah, we'll get to where you're located at pretty soon here, Stephanie. So I know he does a lot. He's been at a lot of the shows I end up doing too, that we do actually. So because I ran into that alley again, that's when I said, "Oh,
yeah, yep."
And I was asking where your
handmade market,
your bunny suit? No, what suit were you wearing when I ran into you at the
Old Town Market? I think I was in my bunny suit.
Yeah, he was wearing a bunny suit for
the
Sasquatch stuff, which is I don't get it.
Christmas story. Christmas story. It was holidays because you're Santa and I was a bunny suit.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I was actually there doing, I can't remember what I was there for. Art, maybe. But,
More than likely, right?
The second time when I ran into you.
I think it was art.
Yeah, because no, it had to have been because I was performing there again.
At the handmade market?
At the no, I was actually inside at the Brickyard.
Oh, were you?
I do a lot of live art.
Okay.
So, kind of known for my speed art and stuff like that. So, but no, it's I think it's funny because you're creative just like the rest of us.
Yep.
People just don't understand that. That's what we're pushing in Wichita.
I want to know about the artwork. The artwork of all of it really is what made me. The name is great.
Yes.
And but the artwork, I'm like, holy, and the names of the coffee, I'm like,
Perfect.
I gotta try. What is it? Sewer gator.
Yeah. So funny thing.
Abduction.
The funny thing with all of our artwork and stuff. So in my previous profession, I was a salesman, and so we were all about you need something that catches the eye. And one thing I've always noticed with coffee is a lot of the logos and the names and everything look kind of bland. You can always remember what kind of coffee you liked, but you always forget the name of it. Like, oh, I love a Colombian, but I forgot what it was. Or I remember I had this person's coffee, but I forgot which one.
And most of them do say Kenyan Colombian mix, or they say it's the mix.
And then that's it. Like, they just says that or a medium roast, and that's it. So, and the wife and I also do a small podcast. It's called Beyond Legend Podcast, just like our coffee.
Oh, that's cool.
And we cover urban legends and myths and folklore. Nice. And then from there, we adapted those, urban legend names onto our coffee.
Yeah.
And when we first started, we actually had just craft coffee bags with thermal label printer stickers on them. So they were only black and whatever color the paper was. So myself and then my sister-in-law, who's a really good artist, drew up all the original artwork for it. Then over the winter break, we got them all sent out and got them digitally colorized and all that stuff. And she does a fantastic job. I'd be like, this is kind of what I'm looking for, and then she would turn it into something legit.
Any artist can pretty much do that if they're confident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about competence with most artists. It's usually confidence.
Yeah. And she did really good on all of them. And
yeah, she did an amazing job. It's awesome.
And then, like I said, from there over the winter break, I just got them colorized because since everything was just on black ink, basically from the thermal label printers, that we didn't need them to be colored. And then, like I said, over the winter break, we invested in those, which was quite the expense. But it was well worth it. Like I said, I wanted, just like exactly what you said, I wanted you to catch the eye.
It's the prime thing. You gotta spend money to make money.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
Exactly. And when we first started this, the company, we didn't take out a loan or anything of the sort. We literally started in our house. We're still technically even in our house now. And like I said, we've only been open for about 9 months. But yeah, I bought a little hot top roaster. It's only supposed to be for home roasting. And you can only get about 8 ounces per batch, which is about the bags that we sell.
Yeah, you were talking about how you got a new one or getting a new one.
Yeah, we're in the process. So we started with that one. Then another thing over the winter break, I actually built my own roaster, which could do about 4 to 6 times what that smaller roaster could do. So I can actually bust out more, which causes me to do more markets. But yeah, we're actually in the process of buying a new one, actually off the exact same designs of the one I built off of.
Nice.
So the controls are going to be really similar, and I won't have to finesse anything too much off of it. And then we also actually coming up soon, we're gonna be moving to our little workshop that we have behind the house, so I can actually store more coffee as well, because that's also the other issue as well. Is I have coffee here, roasters over here, bagging's over here, but once we move over, everything's gonna be in one section, which is gonna be awesome.
No, I was asking how your locations are. You, besides doing the random booths here and there, are you actually in any of the roasters around town or anything like that?
We are in Steve's Jam and Jellies, which is in Town West. We have 3 of our coffees in there. We have, I believe, our Abduction, which is the boldest one that we have, not counting the bourbon one. We have our Witch's Brew, which is usually a good popular one, and then we have our smoothest one, which is our Werewolf Egg. And
Yeah, problems with that mic
that
lately.
just like fall off.
Yeah.
It's been on there forever, and now all
I
of a
had to
sudden
take it
it's.
off to use it yesterday.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's never. We've been doing this now for a while. It's never had that problem.
Well, don't tell me that. Now I feel like I'm bad luck.
And,
No, it actually fell off before you came in.
Oh, okay.
Monkey business.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we primarily do Old Town Market, 21st and Ridge Market. We also do online sales. And if you're local to Wichita or the surrounding areas, we actually offer free local delivery. So we'll deliver right to your house or your place of work for absolutely free. It's just something that we started when we first started our business during the pandemic, and it's just something that we like to go through. So.
And I'm thinking we talked a little bit about doing a little handshake business with them, so you can probably get some promo codes. So I'm thinking that'll probably be on our page.
Yep.
On how to at least get to the online stuff.
Get to the stuff.
And now that I'm aware of it, maybe we can have some call-ins or messages every Sunday if you know you're going to be somewhere. Like, are you going to be anywhere next week?
So every Tuesday we are also at the Green Acres Farmers Market, which is out at 21st out east, and then on Thursdays we do the market up in Keachai, and then Saturdays we do the Old Town Market and the 21st and Ridge Market. We've started doing the once a month markets at NASCAR's Park, the one that is north of Interest.
Yeah,
and so we're just trying to throw our hands in as many markets as we can. We won't be doing the NASCAR's Park this in July. It falls on my son's birthday, so we're taking that day off and doing a water park or something of the sort. But like I said, this is our year of expansion. So literally, we've done the women's fair earlier this year.
Oh my God, it looks like somebody wearing a see-through. I can see you struggling with it, so I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun."
No, I was getting the. We said we are gonna put a cup of coffee in his hand. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do with the whip there. Maybe
Maybe the big stirring spoon or something. Maybe a little invisible dog.
We'll figure it out.
That's awesome.
We'll figure it out. It's Harry. Got this episode is named Harry Weekend because of all the beard shenanigans.
Well, I'm slightly jealous of your guys' beards compared to my beard. So.
Well, like I said,
They
there
got
was different categories.
You'd be the 1 to 3.
And
Probably.
speaking of, do you want to talk a little business about November 6th?
And he's got a whaler going on.
Depends on what that is.
Well,
I don't know beard stuff. I just started growing my beard last year,
Yeah.
about a year and a half ago.
Well, like I said, it's our second event of this year. We host bearding events and for charity.
Yeah.
This one, I got permission to go ahead and announce who it's. Karen, she's changed her thing, but Karen Rosewood, Countryman, the Center for Combating Human Trafficking.
Yeah.
She left WSU and had to change up the name, so I got to get all that. But that is for sure who
the
are.
one I kept saying wrong.
Yeah. Yep. Kevin's.
I said WSU's trafficking or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was saying it right, but I was saying it backwards. What I was doing.
But we got this event set up for Cowtown, and so we're gonna have vendors, music, a whole kit and caboodle out there.
We can always use another sponsor for that. It's a good, good event. Usually we're raising a couple $1,000.
It's a Saturday, so.
Well, usually what we do is that if we have anything else on Saturdays, the wife will still do the Old Town Market. And since that's our bread and butter, that's where all of our clientele is. Yeah. And we'll just take off the 21st one.
Okay.
So we got you.
Okay. Cool. So you heard it here first.
Yep. We'll be there.
We've got, I mean, like I said, I've started this one way early in advance because, like I said, we didn't get to do one last year.
Yep.
And that's the one question that we do ask, and you kind of already touched on, is what'd you learn, in this last year during Rona? Like I said, in March, I opted out of my job because, I mean, I was like, no, I'm not going to sit here, and I had already planned on 2020 being my year to leave and try to do artwork.
So it kind of just all fell.
So I was like, well, the good Lord says it's going to happen early, I guess, and come. And like I said, I'm helping a buddy right now. I mean, things are kind of slow with what I'm doing. So I'm like, all right, he needs help. He's busy. So I'm just going to go help him do some manual labor for the summer and see how it goes, and maybe try to pick things back up and get back to the peak of the roller coaster. Because what I've noticed with it, I mean, it goes like that. Sometimes, you got thousands of dollars of sales, and the next month, it's like, come on, can I get one?
that's what I've noticed, especially with doing online sales, since we're more of a local style. We do have orders from out of state or even just out of city in general that we have to ship.
Yeah.
I've just noticed more and more once the market started, our local sales went down because people just come to the market.
Yeah.
And during the winter months, during the off season, I mean, those sales really
Go
did
back
pick up. Yeah. And I've noticed too with we've had a lot of spreading the word around. So now we're getting a lot of outside state orders, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we wanted. Word of mouth, friends and family, and everything of the sort. But the main thing I noticed with COVID is I'm a very big people person, and I roast in house. So literally Monday through Thursday I'm roasting unless I do orders or something. I'm in my house by myself with my 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And my wife hates it because she comes home from work, 10-hour days, and then I'm just telling her how my day went. She's like, "Come on, come on."
I haven't seen anybody.
Yeah,
I'm going humans. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I kind of enjoyed it because I'm a homebody, and I got to force myself to get out. So now, I mean, when I was young, I mean, I was out 7 days a week partying. I mean, that's different. But now I'm like, nah, I don't party no more, and going to hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's like I got to talk myself into it every time.
I did notice what we talked about going out last night. I went out and went to go see the fights with my brother, and one of our good friends, family friend, was fighting. As was one of the fighters last night, and afterwards everybody went to the after party. And I realized I'm only 20. I'll be 29 this Wednesday coming up, but I'm old. Like I'm like old body. Like it was like 11, and I was like, dude, I should be in bed by now. Holy cow.
Yeah. Like I said, we had people stay in, and I mean, they rolled in Friday, and so we set up to like 3, just shooting the crap, drinking some coffee. I was like, hey, check out this, because I bought some for them because I drank it all. Them 4. I mean, they were gone instantly, but I use a lot of coffee, so I'm like, I kind of now take my cheap coffee and kind of just cut it, and I still get the flavor, but give me all the kick. But so I mean, I wanted them to drink some, and
they really liked it.
Yeah, but they ruin it with sugar and creamer. I'm like, okay, well, what does it matter? I could serve you, I mean. So like, it's great coffee. I'm like,
so ruined it. One thing I never realized until the first time I heard somebody say it was, wow, I can drink this black. As soon as somebody says that, like my heart just like beats 1,000 times faster. I'm like, yes, we won. We won. Yes.
I've never put creamer. I've never been a creamer. Yeah. And it's just, and I'm not a big flavor guy, but throughout the years, and especially the bearding community, I've ran into people that I get a lot more coffee people now, so I'm like, I'll try it. And the Death Wish, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's like, man, I mean, it's like you go to Dillon's and you just a little bit, I mean, it's like $20.
Yeah, they have was it 1 pound bags, or maybe no, it's 1 pound bags, and it's like 19 and some change, 20 and some change. It is good coffee though.
Yeah, I'll drink it if somebody buys it for me.
You start getting those big markers, which is your goal too. You're starting to make it. So
well, and there's that fine line that I've noticed with a lot of coffee roasters is when they start, and this isn't just here, this is all over the world. Is that when they start, everything's like super good quality, everything's really, really good. And as they keep getting bigger, it's hard for them to keep up with the demand. Yeah. So then they start trying to find loopholes in it. So they could do faster roasts, which a lot of them start going more towards the darker roast because it's super easy to do, and sometimes it loses the taste as soon as you hit a dark roast coffee if you do it right or wrong. And there's a local coffee roaster here in town. Local roasters actually does a really, really good dark roast. Yeah, and I always try to push people away from dark roast because you lose a lot of the taste.
I'm generally, but like I said, I don't think you even have a dark roast. Or
we offer 2 of our coffees in a dark roast on the website.
I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I kind of went through it, but I was like, well,
Yep.
I mean, I'll drink a medium.
I mean,
I'll try it. And I mean,
I was gonna say, as long as you like this,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the end of the world.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, me, it's for like, give me coffee. I need coffee, but I mean, I want something that tastes good. Quick Trip coffee is horrible. I can't drink Quick Trip's coffee. I'll get a cappuccino or something out of the machine there, but I won't.
Now that's saying that we got a lot of good coffee joints, so actual coffee.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But we're gonna pay for it.
I remember through this whole time that we started coffee, I've never had Starbucks or anything like that. I think the only times we ever went to Starbucks, I got like a tea, right? And I forgot what we were doing. The wife and I were out shopping. I think it was like Christmas time or something. And
what's going on, Brains?
And we were, it was early in the morning.
Brains on now?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. Well, I saw him this weekend.
Yeah, they must be home. They were traveling.
And we had to go by Starbucks and get coffee, and it was just I got a black coffee, and I forgot what the wife got, but the total was like $14.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit!
I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Well,
shit, I'm just a roaster. I'm not a cafe.
Yeah,
but holy shit!
Have you thought of the cold brews?
We actually started doing. We looked at we're in talks with a good family member who lives down in Texas about doing some canned nitro brew or cold brew down the line.
Yeah.
And also we'll see how cannabis goes, and we'll probably be dipping into that as well down the line.
Yeah.
And like I said, we already got our connections whenever that does happen from Colorado, so we'll get it directly from Colorado too, just to start.
Yeah.
But we actually offered, we started doing nitro brews at the Old Town, or not Old Town, 21st and Ridge Market. So people can come by and get a free cup of nitro brew from us.
Awesome.
So that's just something that we want to give. It's hot as hell. Not everybody likes to drink coffee on a hot ass day. So they can get our Witch's Brew or our Abduction in a cold brew cup or a nitro cup.
Yeah.
It's really fun to do.
Yeah,
both are very great. Very great flavor.
So much different than iced coffee.
So, and the weird thing with cold brew is, especially if you do it right, and like I said, we're just roasters. We don't do the whole coffee, cappuccino, and all that stuff. Like I know what they are and blah 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 and all that stuff. And I never wanted to sell it as a cold brew because you have to do different things to it.
Yeah.
You're not just putting it in a normal hot, drip coffee and throwing it in your fridge or whatever. That's your iced coffee.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've had a lot of positive feedback of people saying, I love this in a cold brew, or I make it in a cold brew, and I'm like, shit. Okay.
I know a lot of people do, but I just want black coffee straight out of the pot's what I want.
Yep. And the cool thing with the nitro brew is that you can get a hot coffee, a cold brew, and even just a nitro brew, and they all taste completely different from the exact same coffee because you all do different things to them.
I haven't figured the new phone out.
He likes to turn it off, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, this one's different. The other one had a restart button thing. I don't know what you did. That is weird.
Yeah, I just hit the thing. I thought I added a minute.
Yeah, it was an extra minute on there.
Yeah.
Are you used to like the really old phones, like the sliders or the flip phone?
I had
the crinkle arm.
No,
Ring.
I'd come in with my cord from top down.
Get one of the circular ones with the bells on top.
Yeah.
Twist the back to get it.
I was trying to work on his face, but the paint's it's not drying because it's not straight on the canvas, so it's not drying as fast as it normally does. So it's a little bit of a struggle going on there. Right now we're just making a big mess.
Yeah, real big mess.
That's how all painting start, right?
Yeah. Oh, when we start doing detail work, but it's just not drying. Normally when it's on the actual
the canvas itself,
it'll dry, but there's a surface on it, so it's not drying as fast.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
still looking
we'll just keep layering until something happens. It may be a 2-show deal.
Yeah.
We started doing that.
Yeah,
we've done all
your
these.
ex-girlfriend.
All these have been at a show. One of our shows here.
Oh, that's awesome.
The ones on the walls, anyway.
Yeah.
Some of these lower ones are his.
The personal ones.
Yeah. The one behind that one isn't, and some others, but
I don't know.
it's a mix.
That one too.
Yeah, the B. That's a Wu-Tang
Wu-Tang.
Killer B. Wu-Tang. Yeah, it's like all the guys. It's like all the members of Wu-Tang now has a label, and it's like Suburban Noise is starting to. The Cottonmouth King guys have all. Yeah, I'm big into music, all kinds, and they got a label, and they're like signing everybody, and then some of them are pretty good. Some of them are just your run of the mill type what you expect from that kind of music, but it is what it is. Let me see shows coming up. Oh yeah, July 3rd. Going to be at Skate Farm in Hutchinson. I'm the MC for it. I'm also the co-organizer of it. Don't ask me to organize anything but one show a year, and this is going to be it. For 4th of July. It's going to be 3rd of July. Bring your families out. It's going to be like being at the lake. BYOB, of course, bring plenty of water, stuff like that. We'll have stuff there too, but it's a free show with 13 bands playing 2 stages. Going to start at 3, probably finish right around dark time. So bring your fireworks so we can blow some fingers off and light up the skies. We'll have it's a skate farm, has a little half pipe in it. So skaters, bring your stuff. Big thing is I just negotiated a contract with a photographer, videographer, whatever, to start a video for our first release that's going to come out sometime. I'm not sure when. And it was recorded, but I think we're kind of waiting until it gets a video to it. But she's going to be out there doing our video. So if you guys want in a video, come on out and have some fun. We're going to do our song that we've done a recording on. And they're going to do some extra work too for some things, maybe a little bit of each band, so that for next year's show, I can do a little quick commercial and stuff like that. On the 2nd at Barleycorns, there's a charity thing going on. It might be something you want to check out. Even there's a kid, I don't know his name. He's got some kind of strange kid, rare cancer.
Lucas, no.
And I'm going to be a guest artist there.
You said it's on the 2nd?
Yeah. I'm going to be a guest artist there. I think I'm not the only guest artist, but we're going to be doing some art and come auction off. Usually our art's the big sellers and the big raisers for everything.
Where's that one?
That's going to be at Barleycorns.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Sorry, I could look it up.
Yeah, we got a lot of little things like that coming up. We won't be doing a show here on the 4th, so you'll see us in a couple of weeks. That being said, there's some other shows coming up in a couple of weeks, but I usually don't plan that far ahead because I got shows constantly.
Dude, that is like the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, I also got.
Ahead.
Well, I do a lot of photography, and then so
it all goes to pots. What I've always, I try to plan, but then I'll plan it down to the T, and then it'll all change last minute. So it's like
there's another big rap show. I can't think of the name. I wonder if I can get in here without turning off the timer. I keep everything on my calendar on my phone.
You're smarter than I am. I just have one of the big work calendars at my house. I'm just like,
I don't know why I do. It's just something I started doing just recently.
it probably helps.
sticky notes.
Yeah.
Oh, my desk is covered in sticky notes, but I'm a field case manager, so I had to start figuring something else out. Let's see, where's my calendar at? Calendar. So let's see. Oh, boom. But literally, if you go on Facebook and hit like or interested or going, click off it, click back on it, click on the thing, and it says calendar. And if you can hook your calendar, those calendars through your Google Calendar, it'll show up on your phone.
Yeah.
Just shows up on your phone.
That's too much.
Kenny Wade and Shepherd's playing here. It looks like on Tuesday, the 29th.
That's too much tech for me.
Cryptic Wisdom, XJ Influential. That's the rap show I was talking about at Barleycorns on the 30th. Thane, Sir Charles, and For the Birds on the 1st. Okay, that's the Thursday show.
Fort Birds will be on the 11th show with us.
Yeah.
So our next show with y'all is going to be.
Are they coming?
Yep.
Benefit for Ollie. Rudy Love Jr. is going to be there. Victoria Campbell. Ghost Town Strays. A bunch of bands. Final Thoughts is also doing a release that day. I'm thinking that's Barleycorns. 1507 East Pawnee. That would make sense. The Echoes are playing at Jerry's. If you haven't been to Jerry since the new stage has been put in, oh my God, it's sweet.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty much cover bands and stuff like that. And then, of course, the third Skate Farm. I got that in there 3 times.
Don't forget it.
And then, of course, we have Independence Day, so blow everything up. And a lot of you people who aren't independent workers have the 5th off. Me, government worker, haha. Let's see what else we got coming up. It'll be Okay, the next Friday would be Parker McCollum and Josh Abbott at the Wave.
Josh Abbott.
Yeah. And then at Barleycorns again, Apart From You, The Last Kamikaze, and Hollow Age. Last Kamikaze
I know them guys.
is also my drummer for my band. And then the 10th, Beast Mode Warriors live at the Elbow Room. That's gonna be that's a rap show with a bunch of, usually it's a traveling rap stuff and then a bunch of locals. I gotta admit, those are the rap shows are the strangest shows for me because I'm so used to like 2 or 3 bands playing for metal
Yeah.
and rock, sometimes 4, maybe 5. But the rap shows, there'll be like 10, 15, and they all get like 15 minutes. So they only do like
shit.
3, 4 songs, and it's like,
Back to the next
and
one.
it's
On to the
really
next one.
been weird for me being a photographer and an artist there, painting and stuff, because it's like, oh man, I got to get back up there and take some more photos. And but then I'm usually doing double duty, and we should be back on the 11th. So we got plenty of other stuff coming up in the future. Plus some, we'll be out and about, probably doing some Final Fridays somewhere.
Yeah, we've got a few of them.
If we can fit them in. The Robin Williams show is going to be showed through the 31st of this month, or 30th.
28th is what Luana told me.
Well, there's only 30 days in this month, so the 28th.
So I assume, like you said, the next Final Friday, whatever it is,
That'd be next
well,
month. Then.
if you go through next Wednesday, where I'm always there, and so is Lana. So that's that's Wednesday. So she's saying the 28th. That's tomorrow.
of July.
Oh, of July. Never mind. Not June, July. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what day that is. But we got the Final Friday coming up. I could look, but I'm not going to.
Y'all got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Got to do something. earn that keep around here.
Got anybody chiming in with anything?
Let's see.
Like we got 7 viewers out there. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
I don't know. Happy Sunday, Chris is King.
Who?
OLG. It looks like is it?
The Twitch.
Are you Chris? Oh no, it says Christ is King. Christ is King. Yeah, it's one of those Twitch. We're getting bombed by them again. Monte Mentor says, "Oh hey."
What's up, Monty?
Dan Tackleson.
He was a judge.
How much
up
did the
here.
painting go for yesterday?
$350.
$1 million.
Oh, I mean, yeah, 1 million.
100 million. Pavilion. Shabadooliolia.
It went for $300, I think, maybe $350. I don't remember.
350 is what I heard.
They got-
It went like a $50 blur there.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Oh man.
Get it, Kevin. Gonna get us kicked off with that. Some Cypress Hill.
Jump around.
Oh, that was jump around, yeah.
Maybe it was Cypress Hill.
I think it was jump around.
That's what I was trying to get back to, and I hit the wrong button.
Times change.
Let's see.
Doing some detail work on there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Once you start doing the detail.
It really comes together.
Okay, yeah. Stephanie said same for something, but who knows what
I
it
think we
was.
were talking about the coffee. Black
What's
coffee.
up, fellas? Sorry I'm
Oh, yeah.
late. But howdy do y'all? Oh, that's Barefoot. I'm glad to see him back checking us out again. He was gone for a while. Yeah, the hardest part of that face because that black mask that's on there. The rest of it can blend in. Looks more like a baboon face right now.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Hell, just leave it like that. That black face at Robin Williams. Did you see that one?
Oh, the ghost thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. There was a really cool piece when you looked at it at different angles. It looked like just a black canvas, but if you push from a different area, you can see like a ghost image.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
And that's done with black on black. Is what it's done with.
Jasmine, I would assume that's your better half.
Yes, it
And,
is.
Did we already
You
cover
use
that?
the same color black, but you do something that's different with the way you paint
The
it. on there.
strokes, like those side by side rather than up and down.
Yeah, I don't know what he when he varnished it, he lost it. I mean, it was like kind of like that, like what we're seeing over here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was all black, but the face, and he did like half of a sad face, half of a smiley face of Robin Williams. It was really trippy. He lost a lot of it when he varnished it,
Yeah.
and so I mean, he had to kind of go back after he varnished it to recreate it. But That was a very good piece. I don't know.
Is that
Very
what
unique.
Richard, can't remember everybody's name.
We had what 25 or there was quite a lot of artists.
Yeah, like 28. I think there
a
was
lot
few.
of them just new to us big time.
really?
I
Was
like
it-
what Hansen was doing. Those little portraits he was doing.
Yeah, I snagged one. He was giving them away for free, but I don't like buying stuff for free. So
Yeah, I need to tell him.
I bought him a drink and said, "Well,
He's killing
trade."
us artists by doing everything for free. He needs to start at least $5, man. If you're going to do it like that, I do that scribble art and I get 10 off of it. I'll sit there in 3 minutes, scribble a portrait of you on something like that, and it's 10.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I usually ask people to quote prices, but everybody quotes 10. So I said, okay.
That works.
People will be more than happy to spend $10 on a small piece that you just did in 10 seconds.
Oh,
What's funny is we were just talking about that when we get the shop up and running with coffee. I was trying to figure out what I'm going to put on the walls, and I think that's what I'm going to do is start collecting paintings. So, what was all about that Robin Williams show? Was it
It's
just
just the final Friday thing we do, and it's last year we did. It's a continue on from when the whole COVID thing started.
Yeah.
We did Hunter S. Thompson, and we did Bill Murray,
Ooh.
and then the
yeah,
COVID-
you did. I'll get him in the mail, Dan. Jeez. I think the Holbeys forgot to grab some stuff, and so yeah, y'all didn't come around. So I was like, oh, I guess we'll have to mail it. It's the way it works. Got to guilt your friends, sometimes to get them to come over and.
it's in the mail? Just say
Yeah.
it's in the mail.
But we had yesterday's event. We had people from Missouri,
Didn't
Texas.
someone come from Florida or something like that? Someone came from Pennsylvania. Something.
Well, there was somebody visiting West Virginia that got dragged to the kid, but I think everybody, she didn't. It's not like she flew in
Yeah.
from West Virginia just specifically to come. But South Dakota, I don't think none of our Nebraska people made it. At Cincinnati, old Taxi Phil, he was Ohio. I don't know if he's Cincinnati, but he's with Cincinnati Beard Barons. He's a big name in the game.
That's cool.
So yeah, it was really great honor to have him in town and present. And I mean, like I said, auctioneer. He
Goes to town.
he that wasn't his first time being an auctioneer. That's for sure.
You sure tried to make it sound like, I just go to a lot of auctions and hang out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, you've been practicing.
Yeah. As soon as he starts, you're
Because-
like, he is fully.
Because I'm
I
pretty
mean,
good.
it was
I'm pretty good.
less
at
than a
running.
minute, I swear. Yeah, I mean, it started at
pretty-
$100. He's like, $100 here, $100. I mean, he has it all down. And I mean, it's not.
He gets the jargon in between.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Let me get you. I mean, here I'm like, wow.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
I just double bitted on myself.
I was trying to take pictures, and he kept. I'm like, me? I mean, if I get stuck with it, but I got enough of Kevin's paintings in my
You got enough of our pain.
Yeah, I know. Like, we got enough. We're trying to get him out the door. Buy our paintings.
So is it all just Robin Williams paintings, or is it just different paintings as well?
Yeah, it was. The show was just Robin Williams. Every month, Farley and Lana are gonna do the final Friday there,
Next month actually is painted instruments.
and I'm gonna have to work something out because I won't make that one. We'll be out of town, I think. But I may have to finish mine and have you handle it, Kevin.
That's fine.
At least be there in spirit. But
I'll have handlers fees.
yeah, oh yeah. I did sell a piece. I hung Daria's girlfriend. What's her name?
She's the one with the brass knuckles tattooed like right by her throat.
I don't know.
That the
She
one?
did the mork sitting on top of the egg.
Oh, okay.
She finished it up kind of last minute, and so we were sitting in our booth, and I hung it for her,
Yeah.
and 10 minutes, and the guy's like, "Hey, how much is?" And I'm like, "Talk to her." I go, $1 million. Talk to her, finder's fee.
You're just like,
And then so I went to the bathroom and came back, and I had sold on it. So
oh,
I didn't see how much, but congratulations.
that's a good thing then.
But yeah, I had a gal at the beard
Quite a few
show.
of them sold because Mickey's sold. I saw. She did the Mrs. Doubtfire one with all the.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
my
the
gosh.
Shining mashup, right?
Was it the Shining Man?
Yeah, that was the Shining where she had the axe and
No, wrong one.
oh,
There was
different
just
one.
one was just the big face of Mrs. Doubtfire.
That was a big.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a big.
That was like the
Robin
very
Williams
first
person.
one
Yeah.
when you walked in. But
I
yeah,
would have been in tears the entire time. Like I was a big Robin Williams person. so,
yeah,
like,
it was fun. I did the toys. I just did it, and I hate all my artwork. I mean,
yeah.
I
And then that
just
came out-
hate it.
Considering I got to see step by step until the final, that came out really good.
That's
But
good.
yeah, like I said, I started it a month ago,
Mhm.
and then it's set over here in the reject pile for a while, and just 'cause, like I said, I started working, so I got
Yeah.
less time to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was just a full-time artist, I sit up, drink some coffee,
Take
get
your
my mind
time,
right,
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and stay safe, get some safety meetings in, and so now it's like,
Now
I started it.
Come home from work and now you have to
Yeah,
paint.
and like I said, it's all pretty new. So I'm like, I come home and I'm like, no, ain't
Just
doing
mentally
nothing.
drained.
But Watson, guys that stayed with me, wants me to do a new idea. So
Really?
he needs some more artwork for his little grow down there in Oklahoma. He's down in Oklahoma. So,
Oh yeah, you said that
Um,
one he got from us that's hanging over his bike somewhere. Or
yep,
something?
yep. So it's cool to see where your artwork ends up. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes it ends up in
The
places you never thought would expect.
Yeah.
I've gone into people's houses I've never met before, and I'm in their house, first time really meeting them, and hey,
I did that.
And then he says, "You smell funny when you're awake. You smell different when you're awake." You start saying that to people, Kevin.
okay.
Your eyes
that's
are
what
usually
Shelby-
closed
Well,
when
I'll
I
only
see
do
you.
that I'll do that if I'm dressed as Captain Spaulding. I'll
Yeah.
do it then.
Yeah. So, like I said, we got to come up with a musical now because the November. Like I said, I'm going all out on the November event.
Dude, I might like I said, I might
Like I said, we
I
got
think
the
you'd be a good
gunfights.
vendor at it.
Yeah, I mean, even just sponsoring, if we can't make it as a vendor, at least try to sponsor it. Because, like I said, it sounds like a good thing to do.
Yeah, like I said, depending on whether I'm thinking have like vendors and artists and everything set up on the boardwalk, and or in specific shops. Just
shops.
have the shops like kind of doing like Christmas. The Christmas. I don't know if you've ever been there on their Christmas stuff, but
yeah, they just have like the table. Like I think it's one table per vendor that they can set up.
Yeah. So, like I say, Jackie, the gal that I talked to get it all set up. I figured it'd take 30 minutes. We ended up sitting there talking 2 hours about everything we could do, and it's kind of there. It's like 6 days after Halloween, so we got to leave the Halloween stuff up. That place is notoriously haunted. It's one of, so
we are
a lot of beardos like all the ghost stories, so go get the ghost stories.
I was gonna say the wife and I are big time Halloween people, and my two brothers. Well, two of my brothers. I got 6 brothers, but 2 of my brothers are we're all big Halloween people.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for
I'm
Halloween already.
thinking, like I said, we got a gunfight. So the intermission, I want to orchestrate a new little skit, and we need to. Rudy Love Jr. has been, verified. I added Santia and then Brian. So right now, y'all 3, I'm putting it out there right now. I want to do a musical skit, get some music added up, have you guys do some songs while the gunfight's going on.
You need to do the old fashioned ones where it's like a serious gun or like talking before the gunfight, and then as soon as the gunfight starts, the music starts playing in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Have it orchestrated, and because bearders, they get all in costume, so anybody in a good costume, throw them in for
dramatic effect.
Yeah, and then of course get it recorded, and hey, it could be fun. And I think they all everybody at old Cowtown, I think they'd really love it.
Yeah,
it's something I'd want. I may get an idea, but I want everybody involved in and making it. It sounds like everybody at Cowtown's really excited about. Because it kind of, they used to have the 2 steampunk days.
Yep.
And they used to have a little beard comp out there, and our members would go out there and support with them, but they canceled it this year for something. They had their first steampunk. It was just a couple weeks ago, but they didn't have a beard competition or nothing. But
I should say, but they're still doing the steampunk thing, just not the beard. Get beards out of it.
Yeah, the first steampunk, they had a second. They had one in the spring and one in the fall. Is what they used to have.
Oh,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they just scrapped the fall one, so this one's kind of replaced. Because that was going to kind of be my leverage to get in. You know, it's like, hey, we'll help with the beard comp. We'll just kind of merge it.
And one big event.
And the last event I did steampunk theme anyhow, and so that's what theirs is. So I'm like, we'll just keep steampunk. I mean, everybody seems to enjoy it. We're gonna get Captain Spaulding steampunked out, and I guess I got to come up with a gimmick because
the last time we did anything steampunk was
that'll be steampunk Rob Zombie.
We went to the St. Louis Comic-Con. The wife and I, then her mom
Now
and
it looks like
stepdad,
Chewbacca, Kevin. Jeez.
and we all dressed in
What do you
steampunk.
think a freaking Sasquatch looks like?
Chewbacca. What are we gonna do with that whip?
I don't know.
Oh, it looks like a little.
It's like something I'm not gonna say.
Doesn't even look like anything. No.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
There's a whip hanging from the.
Oh, is it still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, we're only focusing on the body because we have to put so many layers to cover up that dominatrix that's underneath it.
Oh, she's gone now.
Yeah.
So sorry if it was famous here.
But she's there deep down.
Deep down inside.
Yeah, we're just cosplaying.
Yeah,
playing.
yeah,
She's a furry.
Inside
Well,
every
my
scratch
thought
mark.
process on his nose and his mouth, at least, if we keep layering it, you'll still see the dark underneath all the fur.
Trying to see if I can find this.
But you know what? It's our depiction of it because has anybody ever seen one?
Exactly.
If you have, can you prove it to me?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna- I mean, that's the other guy. I love
You know, it'll be chewy if we add the gun belt and the crossbow laser thing he always shoots. So, no one's saying anything now. Everybody got bored with us.
Bored with us.
I'm a boring person.
Hop on and say hi. Maybe they're over there on your website buying some coffee. Go to beyondlegend.com.
BeyondLegendCoffee.com. Krampus.
Well, the one thing I learned about these numbers up there, they're not always accurate. So, because you'll go back later and see that, oh my God, we had 70 people on.
Yep. And it only shows like 2, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, that
Because
was
it's always behind, and then by the time someone comes on, they're back off or
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't really pay any attention to that.
It doesn't. Yeah. It's just getting a little bit of interaction. Okay, I need to get him off my screen. How do I do that?
Click on it over there. Over there with the blue.
Right here? I'll just click it again. Oh, okay. Good. Because I don't need to keep saying, where's my prints? Can't help you left them.
Yeah, like this is the skull that we did.
Oh, cool.
Paper mache on a plastic base and then colored it and everything.
Mm. Yeah, I got some other mediums I'm getting ready to work on once I kind of get my house organized. Right now, my house is like an entire art studio wherever.
Wherever art needs to be made.
And
Bathroom.
literally, even the bathroom.
Really?
I got drawing pads right there with some pencils.
You don't want to know what kind of artwork comes out of Kevin's bathroom.
I'm guessing mostly in brown color.
Little green. Depends on what you ate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a new type of media to work with right there.
Not really. There are people out there that do that.
They probably get paid way more than we do.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I wonder if the stench ever goes away from something like that.
I think you'd have to seal it or something so it'd last.
That makes sense.
You know, but I would seal it like that.
Put it in the glass, completely
Mm.
solid
Yeah.
glass.
You know, because it seems like controversial artists always get the paychecks. Some poop sculptures.
Poop sculptures.
Hey, clay's a different ballgame to work with, but it's poop clay, I guess what it would be.
It's still different, but
A little fecal in there.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
splatter it.
I don't remember eating that corn.
Because that wasn't yours.
Oh, whoops. But
That corn in my
no, it's just like my whole house. I got an area that I'm setting up for some leather work and some fabrication type stuff. And you know, if I'm going to commit to it, I got to commit. You know, I committed to this painting part of it, but you know, and most artists are more just painters. Anyway, it's just like most musicians are more than just musicians because almost every musician I know also paints or draws or writes poetry or something, and I play music too, or attempt to anyway.
It's all about, especially if like that is your profession. It's no longer a hobby. Like you could still technically call it a hobby because
Right.
it's something that
Oh,
people do.
this what we're doing is no longer a hobby. We haven't sold one of our pieces in a while, have we?
No.
Well, we haven't really pushed it hard yet.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a couple of them got damaged.
Freaking lame.
Probably beyond repair too. So I don't know.
Was it canvas root?
Yeah, it's an easy enough fix. Well, one of them I might be able to fix by doing something special to it, but
But if you're missing a piece of the canvas,
no, the canvas is all there. You can tape it in the back and paint over, but one of them's just really bad, and it just may be one of those. I may just have to hang it in my own house and deal with it. It's the Bride of Frankenstein driving the hot rod, and then Of course, the Elvira Demon one, it tore again at the show Friday.
Oh, no.
And then I broke another frame because of the wind. Damn Kansas wind.
I got it. That's the worst thing about doing those markets or those pop-up shows. That wind will just, no matter, even if you have weights on your,
We
on
were
your awning, will just
super
suck it
lucky
up.
that we didn't have a whole lot more art destroyed than what we did, because we had our whole tent. Plus, we had that heavy screen display.
Yep.
Wind just caught it and blew it all over. And we had, what'd you say, about 50 or 60 pieces there?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But
That sucks so much.
well, we're also going to invest in a little bit more sturdy tent this time.
Yeah, we still don't have anything booked outside of them.
Weights.
ICT Fest we do, but that's a while away.
This is September one, right?
Yeah, like 3rd or 4th or something, like 4th and 5th.
I don't think we're doing that one.
Yeah, it's not bad. My band was the first one to sign up, so we're gonna be playing that. And I said, "Hey, you got an artist booth?" And he told me the price. And I said, "Oh shoot, yeah, I got all kinds of artists that'll sit in on that with me."
Sweet. I think we're doing that one. Like I said, we're doing.
It's at Navsgar Park. So,
So
you
we're
said
doing
so
many-
just to rehash, where do you set up again at for everybody?
So if you go down to the Old Town Market on Saturdays, it's from 8 to 1. Or yeah, 8 to 1. We are usually the closest to the museum right there. Would be just north of the museum. My wife is the one that works that one. You could talk to her about urban legends and myths and all that fun
so
stuff.
you moved from
That side, the side panel next to pasta, over to the other side.
okay next to the bagels.
Well, it's just like 3 booths down from the popcorn too, which is have a horrible addiction to popcorn, so I can't eat it or I won't stop eating it.
So there you go. You got coffee, popcorn, bagels.
Yep.
There's some kind of jelly or something. Is it?
Jam and jelly.
Yes. I've only been there once. Pretty good, huh?
Oh, it's
And
well, good vendor friends. We see that they're at every market that we
and
go
yeah,
to.
if anything, go get the coffee and then go get the bagels, because those are definitely
They go together.
Jam with the bagel,
jam on the bagel
Yep.
and coffee.
and
yeah.
then coffee in the morning with it, and then you finish off with popcorn in the evening.
And then
or-
Oh,
At any time of day, technically. It's
I don't think
popcorn.
there's food. I don't think there's any food stuff on the other side now that you moved over. A lot of arts and crafts type stuff.
On the would that be the west side? There's still pasta on that side, and then
Oh.
and then that's on the same side as the jam and jelly.
Okay.
And then on the other side is pretty much, if there's any food vendors, it's usually like baked goods on the other side, or greens.
There's always a food truck at the other end.
Yep.
And
And
Yeah.
Sunflower Espresso, the coffee truck. Good people, good. And this is another, I don't like, shouting out anybody, but they're also very good people. They actually helped me. One of the ladies that owns it, she actually kind of did almost like a little mini taste test for me to kind of figure out how good my stuff was, or what if I needed to like tweak a roast a little bit. So like I said, everybody in the coffee community is actually really, really good people. I'm not used to that being in the sales on the liquor side.
I'm really enjoying the motivation right now going on with everything. Bands. There's a little bit of thing going on with the rap area. Not so much, but a lot of bands are collaborating and forming other bands and
super groups.
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
super group.
Is that technically a good thing or a bad thing?
So far, it's been a good thing
Depends
because
on-
bands
yeah,
are
there's-
helping bands, kind of
There's
thing.
mixed opinions on it.
Yeah.
You
If
know?
you're the only member in the band that isn't in a group, in the super
Oh yeah, I
group,
guess so.
then you get a little saucy.
Sounds like me, because I'm the only one not in another band.
Well, Johnny was like, maybe I should start a super group too.
But then I'll keep doing my thing.
Yeah, he was just joking. It was
Man,
just
he's such a
joke.
good guitar player. That guy can write a surf song in 10 seconds, man.
I wish I had that music ability. That is
That
not
is really, really cool stuff. So he's kind of brought surf to Kansas, kind of thing. I mean, there's been other bands very similar.
Let's see, Scash Squash. What do we got? We got about 2 minutes left. And then Mama's cooking a pizza in there. So, whoo, I'm getting hungry.
Smell it.
Mm-hmm. Smell it wafting in here. So let's take a final look. If I can find the right button. Bam.
This is definitely one of our more.
I say, well, I mean, we're pretty dang close to calling it right there. Kevin, give him a few more minutes to screw up everything I just did. And
just add a little flair
Well,
to
you
it.
keep screwing up everything I just did, so
that's what we do every time.
yeah, it works.
I didn't touch the face this time because, I mean, I don't. You finished the face. Giving him some white fangs. what's the beef snap it to it? No, Slim Jim, the Jack Links. Jack Links.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Messing with Sasquatch. Right now he's looking like Wookie. He's gonna
I'm just saying, now you guys
he's gonna
keep-
Wookify him.
Don't forget the belt.
Yeah. Woo. Woo.
Even Wookiees need their coffee.
Yeah. So all right, Kevin.
Well, show me a picture of a damn Sasquatch and tell me if he didn't have a belt, it'd be a freaking wolf.
Yeah, I know. He's got coffee.
Yeah, he got coffee.
So
So
we're good. But all right, guys, we're gonna get off here. We've wasted enough of your time. We still got 3 people viewing. We appreciate everybody who stuck it out to the end.
Yep. Sorry, I meant more entertaining.
oh, you're fine.
Yeah, so Dan agrees. It looks like Chewy. It's like
I think you'd be a good friend for us.
Jasmine
You
says
put
she
on
loves
there and
it.
Give us the code to give out to people.
Of course.
Send more people your
Like I
way.
said, we'll have to figure out. I mean, it literally only takes me like 5 minutes to set it up. I just need to figure out how to get a name for it.
It'd probably be something like Artisol from our Room Greens Artisol or something like that.
Room Green 10%. Yeah.
yeah, RGP 10.
Like I said, we'll figure it out. Like
Yeah.
I said, it only takes me about 10-15 minutes to get on my website. Like literally, that's it. Plus,
Yeah.
side downside is since we did everything ourselves, like I had to learn a lot of new things about
Yeah.
computer stuff. I'm not a big fan of.
No, like I said, I used Squares. I used Weebly for mine,
Mhm.
and then I've hooked up some friends with, and they've used Squarespace. Both are pretty simple, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, point and drag. It's
Yeah.
not like WordPress or whatever where you gotta
Fully make the whole thing.
codes and stuff.
Yep.
I bought code books, 2 big. They're probably not even opened. Yeah, they're back there.
Still
Before-
no plastic wrap.
Yeah, before I realized that
That
Weebly.
Squarespace and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. But I was like, I got to do this, and it's I hadn't checked on the guys and see how they're like, and what they, I've seen if they've even updated anything
Yeah.
on their own. But
Well, that's I think we use Shopify, and it's pretty close
Yeah.
to Squarespace, where it's a lot of it is just drag and drop.
yeah.
And the only reason I did that one is because it actually able to connect directly to our weekend markets.
Yeah.
Because we use Square for whenever we charge cards or whatever, and it hooks directly to that.
Yeah.
So I can keep a running tab on everything.
Everything all in one place instead of
Exactly.
having to add.
Yep, and it
Right.
actually helps me keep track of inventory too. So rather than physically having to go downstairs and check what I have left, I
Yeah.
can just be like, okay, I sold this much this last week, and I need
Yeah.
to.
That's what I got to disconnect with the Square and then the Weebly.
Yep.
I can pull up the Square on the phone to get the sales, but
Yep.
it's like it doesn't.
Connect
It
directly
won't-
to.
Yeah, it won't transfer in my
Yeah.
my inventory, so I
Yep.
don't know. So I'm
That's
just gonna.
like so. That's the crappiest thing is inventory.
Yeah, selling something you don't have, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, God.
Or thinking that it's going to be here a day and then it's like 4 days later or a week later or something.
Yeah,
Like-
shipping has been a nightmare.
Like K cups. Like we I think we're the only ones here in town that sell our
Little
stuff
cups.
in K cups,
Yeah.
and they are a bear to get. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes like 2 to 3 weeks just for it to get here.
Yeah.
And if we have a really good market, which we have been having really good markets, we blow through
Sell
almost
out
all of them.
Yeah.
And I can make more, but if I don't have the cups, then I'm kind of
Yeah.
shit out of luck.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I always have to keep going back on the website to
just keep ordering them.
keep
keep a good
ordering
stock.
them or hitting my inventory as 0 on the website so nobody sees it. And
Yeah.
it's just one of those things I'm just like I hate doing that.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, you gonna give your outro from there?
Sure.
Sure. Kevin don't want to leave. He's let's
He's
see.
in the zone now. Look at
In
him
the
getting those
zone.
eyes.
Yeah, there we go, Kevin.
It's trying to get the sun coming down, so I'm trying to figure it all out.
So yeah, Sasquatch will. I think we did the old dominatrix justice.
Like I said, she's still in there.
She's still in there. She just forgot to shave, and
It's not just dominatrix. It's also cosplay, or
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
technically she's a furry now.
Furry.
So.
yeah,
Furry
furry.
play.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. We have a couple hours of it's left, and said no show next week, so it'll be the 11th is the next show. We'll be back, and we'll have the guys from For the Birds. I don't know if Thane will be in with them or not.
Because he's doing a
Yeah.
music project with them.
Yep. So they're dropping some new music. I think they said in August, so they wanted to get on and plug it, and they were the first people to really actually pursue wanting to be on the show. Normally we got to hunt, chase down the guests.
Yeah.
At first we planned them out like I think we've got a month planned out, and Now we just
go
kinda-
every couple of weeks.
Yeah. Like, do we got a guest this week? And Kevin was without a phone for a while, so that didn't help. But
Was
yeah.
that when we met at the market? You didn't have your phone.
No,
The
Yeah.
second market, the one down here at the
yeah, I don't
at
think
the
I-
alley.
I don't know, 'cause it was just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Tuesday, the 25th, which was my birthday.
Oh, happy
I
birthday.
I took the full week off. I get up Tuesday. Oh, I got to get gas. So I'm getting gas. I look at my phone. Set on top car. I never do that. I
Mama.
guess early Alzheimer's is sticking in or something.
I can already.
I do my
see-
gas. I do whatever, and then I'm like,
Mama says you lie. She did the website.
No. She actually. So she put the original. Oh, sorry. She texted me that. No, she did the original, and the good thing with her, that's
It was a
why-
team effort, teamwork.
Oh no! I will give her all the credit. So she did the original setup because it was hard for me to focus on. I have really bad. I just can't focus on shit for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to figure it out just because I'm not a big tech person. And then she was able to actually put it all together in an hour. And then she actually showed me how I can change stuff really easily.
Yeah.
So now I'm in full control and I can take videos out. Put videos
So
on
you're
there.
basically, since we kind of did a Wookiee here, you're her Padawan.
Yeah. When it comes to that, like I said, there's some things I could do better than her, but there's a lot of things that she can do better than me that I will fully admit it.
Uh-huh. All right, check it out. Like I said, a lot. How many different flavors do you got?
7 total.
7 total.
Yep.
So-
6 or 5 flagship ones, the bourbon barrel one, and then we also have a decaf.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll definitely try that one tomorrow.
Yes.
So
Like I said, it's good stuff. You're gonna have to text me.
So
Like
if
that.
you
No
just
idea.
want to test stuff out, I do. The Witch's Brew is the one I remember I got.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and we also carry. That's nothing. Not counting the Krampus one, because it's hard to price that one. At our markets, we also carry smaller 2-ounce bags.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to do a gift for somebody as well, they can just grab a couple of them. You know, a lighter, a smoother one, or a bolder one. That way, you know, they can get. If they don't know exactly what their significant
yeah.
other one or something, they get a little bit of each. And like I said, that's something that we do, and they're only $3 a piece, and that way you can get a bag's worth and get 3 different ones.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have.
Yeah.
But we
Good
actually
variety.
sell those out real fast.
so hit them up. It's Beyond Legend
Coffee. Yep. .com.
Facebook Beyond Legend Coffee.
Instagram. I
Instagram.
believe that's it. And then if you want to do see our podcast, it's just Beyond Legend Podcast. We're about 13 episodes in. I'm actually editing the Sally House.
Yeah.
So
We may have to be on your show someday. Then, huh?
if you like spooky stuff, which I'm pretty sure you guys do.
Yeah. He does. I mean, I don't like
The
real.
whole thing, yeah.
I don't like real. I don't want to see
I'm
real.
with this
spooky stuff.
costume. I'm watching this costume shoot from right now. We do a lot of children's stuff, and it's really been hard for me to adjust.
One good
Big
thing
adjustment.
with my 5-year-old is since we watch horror movies all the time, he is completely just blunted out by it. Like he danced whenever he was little, or like really little, like 2 or 3, he would dance to like the Michael Myers theme song. He would just be sitting there just doing like this with it, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
Because I learned one thing too. If you don't want to buy his coffee, but you want to drink a lot,
Just go to the market.
just taste test all day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, I call them full flights of coffee that you just go down the line. We have tastings of all our coffees at our market. So yeah,
I just know we were there and I was in that Santa costume and I was so hot because it was actually the first. It wasn't a hot day, but
It was
it was
like
a rather warm day
Yeah.
for that day. And I said, I'm not tasting anything. I'm gonna take just, I wanted the bourbon, but when you said 30, I was like, yep, Santa's broke this year.
Well, now you got something to try.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna get off here. I smell pizza even more. Kevin, say goodbye so we can get off here.
Bye bye.
And we gotta find the outro video, but Beyond
Check.
Legend Coffee.
Yep.
Check it out.
Thanks for being. No, there's a hot sauce vendor at the old time market.
Roscoe's.
That's from Qatar, but it's 2 different.
This is stuff for now.
Oh, Roscoe's.
Over. Oh.
Yeah, we need to hit him up more because he's got quite a lot of flavors and he's doing some more flavors.
Yeah, Hansen.